How about going full throttle into the world of plastic chesses, high-speed motos, and the cult obsession that just won't die? Now we're diving into Tamiya, the legendary Japanese brand behind the Mini 4WD racing cars that turn kids into mechanics and adults into collectors. But here's the twist. This isn't just nostalgia. This is competition. This is obsession. It is also engineering. My name is Yumiko and welcome to Shelf Life. Let's race. So today with me on the show, I'm very happy. I've got Ian.
Hello.
Hi, Ian.
Hi.
So you are the owner of the playground, and the playground is basically this shop right here in Singapore at Bukit Merah.
Yes.
And you sell all things related to Tamiya.
Yes. So we have A to Z for the Tamiya Mini 4 category.
So if I want to customize anything, I want to stock up on any parts, that's where I go to as well.
Yes.
Wow. All right, so joining us today, we've got two big hobbyists. I've got Ritzal and Fahan. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So first question, I need to know, when did you guys started playing with Tamiya? Which was the very first Tamiya that you guys have?
Okay, so for me, actually, the very first Tamiya I got is actually my late brother's. So back then, him and my other brother, they were playing with the Tamiya, and I usually sneak around with his Tamiya. So there's this broken piece. Actually, I was the one who broke it. I still remember when I was in primary 2 or primary 1. I was so scared they would scold me, but thankfully he didn't. I'm quite surprised. I think during the COVID period, my second brother passed me back, and that's where I started collecting the rest of what I have.
Wow, okay, what about you?
Oh, okay, for me, this was the first Tamiya that I got. Started about 5 or 6 years old with my uncles in Toa Payoh at the Central.
Wow.
So yeah, they bring me to races and got me my own first Tamiya. And that is where it all started.
And you never stopped collecting?
I stopped for a few years.
Okay.
Then during COVID, I found out that there was hidden kits in my mom's place. So I dig it all out with my kids. So yeah, that's where all my stuff, and we keep adding it on.
Okay, so that's why no need to pay COE lah, right? We
Yeah.
just keep plastic cars. But well, it's a very impressive collection. So Ian, you know, they've gone through all about their very first editions. If we want to compare, what would you say is the latest range right now on the table?
I would say the latest range are cars like these few. So they are the newer chassis compared to these are really from the 80s.
Yeah.
From the 80s, and then
Yes.
we move all the way to now, 2025. That's like 40 years.
Yep.
Almost.
Right,
Yeah,
40 years,
almost.
that's insane. So of course technology has improved a lot. And if I were to race a car that was, you know, the very first edition of Tamiya to now, of course the now one will move a lot faster.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but if I modified the old one,
Not possible.
Not possible.
oh,
Maybe a
okay,
challenge,
interesting. All right, so my very next question, right, is for Ian. So, what would you say was the most expensive Tamiya car you've ever sold?
I think the most expensive range would be all these race cars at the front.
The ones
Yeah.
here?
All the
Yeah, like all these. These are the more expensive ones. So they can range from probably like 700-800 to 1,000 to
1,000. Yeah.
No, you're
1,000.
kidding.
Yeah. So it has really grown so much. So it has become more expensive. It's also because when it's when boys become grown-ups with money,
Oh.
they are still boys, just that
Yes.
with more money, and they spend on like equipments to get it to be more
Enhance.
precise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they use industrial grade equipment to perform things that it could have been done with scissors, but they choose not to. So
That's where the cost.
that's where all the costs are.
Yeah.
It adds up, right?
Yeah, all the workmanship, all the time, all the effort.
So it's funny how you're trying to explain this to me, and then we have both the hobbyists here like agreeing.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
where they see the dollar sign flying out from their pockets, all going into this hobby. But you know, I have so much respect for this because I feel like it takes a lot of commitment and loyalty to a brand to actually keep your hobby growing and to keep you and your kids enticed as well, right? So would you say that, or could you tell me what is a few parts that would be impossible to restock, even if I came to you?
So we have a lot of requests on like all these rare kits, that probably released in the 80s or early 90s.
Wow.
Or those special collaboration where they have stopped producing totally.
And even if people want to find them now and you have them, would you sell it?
It depends on the price.
It really depends on the price.
Everything is about
Everything
money.
comes with a price.
Everything is about money. Okay, okay.
The price is right.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Rizal, right? Because I know that you still race once in a while. You still bring out your fancy Tamiyas because you say that you wanna race with style.
Truth to be told, I'm not really a good racer, but I do it more for the fun. And when I race with my team, I think it's the camaraderie and everything. We look out for one another. We have teammates who help each other out. We will play support. Like every time you see those F1 pit, so when this one tiny car, we can have 3 to 4 people working on one person on the battery.
Yeah, it gets really busy.
It's a pit crew.
Yeah, it's a big crew. Sometimes we only have 30 seconds. Like, okay, we have 30 seconds. We have to fix everything. Yeah. So for me personally, I have not won any races yet, but to support my team, I think at the end of the day, that's where we enjoy it.
Okay, so it's kind of like a get-together activity as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so racing in style also means that you need to know what you have to fix or what you have to put together, right?
Yeah.
What is the number one mistake beginners tend to make?
I think they watch too much YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's where we get our information, right? Because a lot of people overseas who are in this hobby, they'll teach you like, okay, you can do this, you can add that, you can buy this part. It's all wrong.
I wouldn't say it's all wrong, but most of the time they follow too closely to it.
Right.
So it becomes a problem because every layout, every chassis, every setup works differently on different tracks. Yeah.
Truth to be
It's just
told,
like real racing.
workmanship.
Workmanship.
Let's say, for example, Farhan and myself, you can give us a template to build a race car. But if his workmanship is better than mine, we can have the same thing, but
But the
all
performance
this-
is different.
the performance is different. Yeah.
And why you say you don't watch YouTube? That's the number one mistake is because different country race differently on different tracks, so it varies.
Okay, so when it comes to your crew lah, we call them the crew.
Okay,
yeah.
let's go with that.
How many people, like you said, 3 or 4? Can it be more? Can it be less? And what is the age range? And how did you guys meet?
Actually, most of us, we met at his shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
So I started out during COVID. Then I found a kid at, I think, Kitty Palace. Then I Googled where can we play. Then me and my close friend from uni, we went down to playground and we started playing. And I think the age gap, truth be told, we have racers as old as 60 plus.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
60 plus?
And we have racers as young as 9, 8.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
So, but truth be told, most of the races during the season race, we usually are in the 30s, 40s, 50s. So some of them have been playing way before COVID, like in the 90s. So they have their reputation. So we do call them some of the legends of the games, but we have racers who pick up the hobby during the COVID period and represented Singapore in overseas races and everything. So it's quite interesting. And,
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I think sometime last year, I was at Far East Plaza and I saw a Tamiya race happening. There, it was there. It was like a small group of people.
It was a mini Z race.
Was it a mini Z race?
Yeah, the remote control.
the RC.
Yeah.
Okay, so in races like these, right, or maybe Tamiya races, right, what are the kind of rules for people to participate?
The mini 4, we have a few categories. Like the most popular ones are the open category. So
It's open.
this is the open category. That means
This is big.
the rule is that you have to use the parts from whatever is being sold, and you can, however much you want to modify it is possible.
However much. That's
Yes.
why it's an open category. It's
Yes.
entirely up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a F1 prototype. You build, you race.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, when it comes to modification, right, what was the weirdest or one of the strangest modification you guys have ever seen?
In the past where there were lesser rules, you see people coming with like plasticine at the front, blue tack,
Yeah.
or even sandpaper to act as brakes. But the sandpaper, all this, they are quite damaging to the track.
Oh.
But in the past, nobody cares because everyone just wants to win.
Right.
Yeah.
So now all of these, they are not allowed.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
Yeah.
So you can't use sandpaper.
No.
You can't tape the front of your car.
You can't do it with a blue tack, but you can do it with the tape that they sell.
Yeah. The,
Official product.
Yes.
Right.
That's how they get us.
Okay, yeah. That means, okay lah, basically more money spent. But it really goes into the whole craft of it, right? Because
Yes.
you guys put so much time, and I can see you like very bright colors.
Yeah, those are not mine.
Oh, no, yours?
I-
But bright colors lah, basically. So
Yeah.
there are people who race because they want to win. There are people who want to race because it's a, bonding activity kind of situation. And then there are people who want to race because it's aesthetic. They
Yes.
want to showcase their cars,
Yeah.
the very expensive cars lah.
Yes.
All right, without paying COE, of course. Okay, so if you guys could change one thing about the Tamiya community in Singapore, what would it be?
Okay, truth be told, I think right now the community is nice. Over the years, majority they look out for one another. So whatever tips they will share with one another. Then within the teams, so they look out for one another. I think that's very nice. But if something to change, I think what is missing right now is just void deck racing. I think back in the days we have all those shops, we have tracks. You just go and to play and everything. I think that's just to keep the hobby still alive.
Yeah, but then now cannot because why all your void decks are taped up. You can't even play balls downstairs
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
What about you?
for me, it's a tool to get my boys out of their gadgets. Yeah, because I think and like I got two boys. The first one is not really into it, but yeah, will still tag along. The second one is like the racer one lah. So yeah, he will want to win. Yeah, and if he never win, he will cry. Yeah, so I think it's best for what I want to add and I want to change is to let the for our kids to enjoy something that is outside of the house.
Right, and not so much
Yeah,
stuck on the
meet other
screens.
kids. Play Tamiyas. Yeah, just to make sure they are out and off the gadgets.
Okay.
That's my.
Meet
So-
real friends.
Well, it is true. I do agree. And because you have two, right? Do you guys like spend a lot of money or do you give your kids like, okay, or maybe your second one because he likes or he enjoys it. So do you give him like an allowance to buy his own, to modify his own?
My house is like sort of 1/3 of his shop, so like they can just take whatever they want. Yeah, so I stock up stuff.
So there's no padlocks for, to
I got the
restrict them?
the red magnetic. What do you call it?
Those locks at the shopping mall you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
What? So that you don't let them use the ones that you want to keep for yourself or the professional kind of collection?
Yeah, but yeah, they have access to it lah. So there is no limit to the price, but yeah, it's there.
It's free play, so now you know where to go. All right, so okay, that's very nice of you actually, because I mean, it's to encourage a lot of time spent together to craft this activity together, right? Okay, Ian, what about you as a shop owner of Tamiya products?
In the past, it was all about the open category race. So in the recent years, there are more simpler categories where new players can just start and race, like the BMX category. So we have cars like this where they are not allowed to modify as much.
Okay.
So it's just fresh from the packet, you fix and play. So it's so much easier for newcomers to come on board. So when things like this disrupt the market a bit, it actually builds a whole group of newcomers. And also we tend to see younger audience come with family and kids. So these are the changes that we really appreciate for the whole grand scheme
So
of things.
that is actually perfect for me, right? Because I could
Yes.
just buy a kit and then I could try to fix it up, follow instructions lah, and then
Yes.
join a race.
Yeah, and it's still
right?
fun because there's a lot of combinations to it.
So would you say that this hobby of building Tamiya cars, it's really an open thing for everybody in the community, or is it solely for uncles? Well, not that I'm calling you guys uncles, but
I am uncle, so yeah,
I'm
but
an
yeah, I think it's for all age.
Yeah.
It's for all age.
Yeah.
and it's not gender specific, right? Because back in my time, I remember it was mostly boys. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, it was really mostly boys. Like, I saw my cousins playing it. A couple of my childhood friends, they do play as well.
And
but
avoid that
mostly
everyone
boys.
just plays it
Yeah,
every
and
day.
then of course, if they had younger sisters, then the younger sisters would tag along.
Yeah.
But I feel that, you know, with a lot of all these stereotypical kind of boy toys from the 80s, it's grown a lot more into, you know, for girls to play. Do you see more female racers?
Actually, we do.
Yeah, I think randomly we actually do see female racers coming in.
We have a husband and wife duo.
Yeah, we
doing
have
the
husband
league.
and wife duo. We have a father and son duo.
Okay.
We have
Couples also have, right?
yeah,
couples
and you know when we do other side activities like art and craft session, collaboration with Pentel, all these, you really see those art students coming in. Yeah, to them it's just this is an art and craft session. Yeah, so like they build up the cars and they just use the markers and they color, they draw on it. Yeah, so it's really, there's a lot of aspects to it, be it educational, art and craft, racing, family bonding time. It's more than just like the toy itself.
Okay.
It's-
So there's a
we-
lot more
Yes.
that comes into it. Okay, so you know, because you host your games, you still race and you spend time with your kids building this, right? What is one kind of cheat code that Tamiya racers tend to use in races?
No, there's no such thing as a cheat code that you will confirm win. I think at the end of the day, it depends on the build. Like different races, they are known for their different specialty. Like they have their own transmission. Even setting up the rollers, they have their own ways of carrying it out. And like what we mentioned earlier, is the workmanship. So for those racers who tend to do very well, I think is the craft of building it properly, even how tight you have to tie how tight you have to turn the screw, all these kind of things. It really matters. Even for the motors, right? They will actually break it in to make it faster. Even the battery, there are many things that you can do, and it's really on their workmanship, how much effort they put in. And I think as racers or when we are seeing them race, right, it's very admirable.
So you're telling me nobody has cheated?
Not that we know of. Ian, I think as a shop owner, that's the best for you. That's the
Nobody
question
has
for you.
cheated during a race?
I mean, we do catch those who are playing in the gray area sometimes.
Okay, what
Yeah.
are these grey areas we're talking about?
There are some categories whereby maybe certain items can't be used, but because the instructions are not stated too clearly, so there's like some debates, and then we have to say, okay, no, you know, we have to put a stop to it.
Right.
Yeah. Or there are some who they go online, and because they don't buy off the packet before, so they thought a certain piece originally it used to look like this, but it's not. So we have to tell them,
Oh.
yeah,
That piece is not
this has been
allowed.
processed and it's not allowed. Yes.
Okay. So when you talk about races, right, can we talk about, you know, some races that happen in Singapore that they have taken part in and then they've won, they go overseas and race? Is there a race like that?
Yes, we do. In fact, we have it yearly.
Every year?
Yeah, every
so
year.
what is this race called?
In the Tamiya world itself, there is a world challenge, which is at the end of the year in Japan. And then we have another one, which is the Asia Cup. And this Asia Cup excludes Japan.
Oh? Why
Yeah.
does it exclude Japan?
It was built to promote the hobby outside of Japan. On a yearly basis, there's this event. So it rotates around different countries in Asia.
So you're telling me Singaporean Tamiya lovers who are still racers, they will travel to these countries to participate in the
Yeah.
races.
Yeah.
So if they win, they really can compete in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there like a prize money? What are prizes like? So if you come in like top 3 racer.
So in the concept of Japanese brands and toys, they do not encourage prize money. Actually.
okay. So you
So
get cars.
You get some limited stuff that they provided. Yeah. So if you look across all the Japanese toys, their competitions are usually trophies and some rare items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rare parts.
But a lot of people will still want to compete because it is the pride and
Glory.
glory. You know, it's like a bragging rights with your friends
Yeah.
for the whole year.
And I think on top of that is actually to test yourself on an international level. So we have a friend of ours, I think 2 or 3 years back, he went to one of the T-Mac races, he got second. So I think it's not like when he came back like, oh, hey, I got second. No, I think his intention was to always push himself to the limit. Yeah, so I think that is the kind of races that we are seeing more often nowadays, pushing yourself to the limit to see how far your machine can go. You know, after a long day of work, you just want to detach yourself and to push your machine to the limit to see how fast it can go, how well it can run. I think that is the one that that is the satisfaction that we get.
Wow, so whoever this friend is, good job. Okay, so overall in Singapore, when it comes to all these Asian races and cups, right, where do we rank? Are we like top 3, at least, Singapore Tamiya races?
I would say should be around top 5.
Yeah, around there.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent in Asia.
Yeah.
So are y'all
Not that
proud?
bad lah.
Are y'all proud? Like every year we can push forward, right? Like you want to
Yeah.
push a machine.
Yeah.
Will there be a chance to see
Yes.
a Singaporean racer become like top?
There were a few times.
Yeah.
We actually had a world champion in, I think 2008 or something. In the early days, when it was really popular in Singapore, we actually had world champions. I think it's because when the mass is really big and more people are playing, the competition is really tough every day. So I think in terms of that, it helps also. But even though now, with lesser crowd, but we are still able to have very competitive races. Like even, when we go overseas, we play in Malaysia, Philippines, or in Thailand. We are also up there on the podium with them. So I think, now even with a smaller pool of talent, but we're still able to keep the
titles?
the talent,
Yeah,
and
actually not bad. Even though we find it very hard to pay COE, we can still play with plastic cars and still stand
Yes.
on the podium.
Yes.
Yeah, top 3, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere there. Okay, hopefully we get to the top. All right, Rizal. So I've got one question for you. You've got so many parts in your house, right? And your kids enjoy building it. Would you say the parts that are in the stock market compared to the chiong one lah, okay? Do they work better than the stock?
The original one will be way better. I think well built and also much more durable. Certain parts are. The aftermarket ones is not that bad.
so sometimes we sort of we allow them to use non-original parts as
Yeah.
long as they are compatible.
Yeah.
Because the production is quite limited. So when something gets too rare, it becomes too expensive. So we don't want to say that, on a day-to-day play basis, people can't afford the toy. Because it's supposed to be a $20, $50 kind
Low
of range,
cost.
low-cost toys.
Yeah, low cost.
But because, sometimes when things get limited, the price can go a bit out of hand.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like in the
Correct.
market sale, right, where
Demand
people are
supply,
chasing
Yes.
over these parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So we
modified
treat it as
parts versus the stock parts,
Yeah.
we can still accept.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they look the same.
All right, so if we're going to talk about some very, very exclusive Tamiya cars that we have brought into the studio today, I see that we have 2 boxes below. What are those 2 boxes?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Yours.
this 2 were the
Can
first
Yeah.
kits that I bought from as an adult. Yeah, so this is the first 2 kits. So this one, I said, it's a homage to this car that my late brother had. So this is actually the same kit. So this is the one made in Philippines, this is made in Japan. Yeah, so, and oh my God. Wait, I can fix that.
To this age, it's still spoiling things.
I hope it doesn't break.
It's okay. And this is the kit that my second brother, he has it. So when I first saw it on Carousel back then, like, oh, I need to get this. For me, I just needed to get this. So these were the first 2 kits. And I'm very glad that I could have gotten it back then. Quite difficult to find it nowadays. Yeah, even after re-release, you can't find it. I mean, if you can, it's a few hundreds.
Wow,
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Oh, this is my first kit I bought using my late grandmother's money, I think. Yeah, which I think I put it aside. I never built it, but when I found it back with my kids, so yeah, I make it, I preserve it back. Yeah, I put silica gel inside and cover it up back. Yeah, this is one of the quite old, I think about 1990.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but I can see you really took care of it because now there's like this full-on plastic.
Yeah, because I don't
Cover.
trust the original plastic.
Okay.
rewrap
So you did it
everything.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So then on, during my secondary school years, I bought all this, like the special series. Yeah, each is about, I think, $50.
Okay, that's still slightly affordable.
But now it's way-
Now-
200, 300.
I'm sorry, how much is this?
About 200, 300.
I think more.
On the high side, it's about 500 per box. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yep.
there's about 5 or 6 box. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Good to know. At least I know now where we can find it. All right, Ian, what about you? What is on your left?
Okay, so what we have here is two limited edition. So what happens is that the Tamiya factory, they actually helps the distributors in Singapore to launch their own edition of cars. So we have Stargate, which is the main distributor for the past 20 years, since 2004. They are also the ones that pioneered this whole project where the cars are localized. So every agent will have their own unique one. So like this was their first one during their 10th anniversary. They launched it. So they design and they send to Japan, and then they say, okay, we will make a car of your style.
Right.
And then the second one was the Malayan one.
Wow.
This was the SG50 edition.
So does it mean SG60 will have one too?
Sadly,
Thirdly, I don't think SG60 will be having any.
Yeah.
That's okay, but you know, it's really amazing with all the cars that you guys have brought in here today. You have got me excited. I've never ever raced before. Guys, are you guys up for a race?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's race.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, so I finally just completed my very first Tamiya race, and I do love the color of this car, all because it's purple, my favorite color. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you guys enjoy racing with me and trashing me to a very tragic state as well.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right, and that is what I have for you on Shelf Life. Catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.